what to wear on the platform. And our platform has usually been close to formal. And I said if I had my druthers, I'd be wearing jeans. Yes! Okay, so what I am wearing though are jeans, but they have spandex in them, and I just want you to know I left them in the dryer too long.
Can you breathe?
So from my ankle up to about here, I am compressed. Okay, that's not my theme of talking today. I am supposed to be more serious. Am I supposed to be serious?
They don't expect that of you.
Luckily, I've been doing this for almost 50 years, so I can get away with it, sort of. And it's the wrinkles. Anyway, okay, well, I'm delighted that all of you are here, and I thank you for waiting for us to drive in, even though Kara brought a chocolate cake. It almost didn't leave the car. Yesterday, I sometimes cough, and it's a condition in my body. And so yesterday, I was coughing in something, and I took out a Hall's cough drop, sugar-free, just in case you need to know that. And on the wrapper, it has little slogans. And the one that I read was, "Do not give up on you." And I thought, oh, because somehow that's easy to sometimes do. So then I thought of Jimmy Buffett. And I did not follow Jimmy Buffett a lot when he was alive, even though I enjoyed a lot of his music. I was not a parrot head, and I did not tailgate with, all of those nice things. Anyway, however, one of the things I enjoy about his music is how upbeat it is. And in these times, it just feels like we all need upbeat. And I know one thing in hearing Jimmy Buffett talk was about discouragement and about turmoil or difficulties or getting stuck in traffic, because he lived in Key West, and traffic down there sometimes can get backed up. And anyway, and I was thinking how really wonderful, because that is one of the ways he wrote the song Margaritaville. And that song is internationally known and famous. The facilities that he's developed with the gated communities, etc., are called Margaritaville, and his company. So there is this wonderful magic that occurs in life, and all of us have access to it. So it's not isolated just to you and me, because we talk about it here and elsewhere. It's the fact that we have this wonderful opportunity called life. And in life, when you are born with unlimited potentials. And they are connected with you because they are potentials. And they are not fatalistic where you have to live that in order to do this. And if I am disagreeing with something else that you've heard here, just remember that the management doesn't bring me that often. So, but what I want to tell you about the potentials of you is the fact that at every turn in your life, no matter how things get, whether it's physical challenges, whether it's a job that doesn't work out, whether it's connected with you with finances or relationships. It does not matter if there is something that turns out that is a challenge or a difficulty or seemingly feels like you've hit a wall or a dead end. And excuse me. And I don't know about you, but I've hit a lot of walls. And yet, time and time again, there's something on the other side of that experience that feels uplifting and exciting and a change. And it might not be a change that you walk into with a great deal of confidence, and yet it may be something that takes you into a new relationship you had not thought of, a new friendship or a work situation that allows you to use even more of your skills or knowledge or enjoy the people more. There's unlimited possibilities. And so when we say, don't give up on you, that's what it means, is don't give up on you, because you don't even begin to know today what potentials you've already set in motion and don't even know that you have. And I mean that very sincerely. I've been a reader all of these years, and a fascinating thing is sitting down with another human being and talking to them about choices in front of them, and some of those choices, what those choices may provide. And all of the choices have something that can be very helpful, beneficial, and sometimes more than you dream. When I was out in Los Angeles years ago, and I lived out there for a couple of years, and I was not in this work yet. That shows you it was quite a while ago. But the one person that I called at the time that I felt, you know, the feeling that you get, the sensation that you get to do something and you can't explain it, what is that? Well, that's what we're going to talk about this afternoon if you want to show up. Anyway, but what I was going to say is, the one person I wanted to call was somebody who didn't even know me very well. But in talking with her, or in connecting on the phone, because I was in a payphone in Beverly Hills at the time, and in connecting with her, she said to me, "Dear, it's important that you consider stopping here and spending some time." And that was Casadega. I had studied there some, but I had not lived there, and I had family in St. Petersburg, and I just thought, well, I'll go to St. Petersburg and be a clerk or a secretary or whatever. And so little did I know that she would open her heart and open her doors to me to keep me there, which I did, and I was involved in many things. All of you have had something similar. That inner guidance, that inner direction, that inner voice, that inner sensation that just says, do it. And it's not the fact that you had to sit and meditate in order to get it. It quite often is that moment. It's a moment that you feel. It's a moment that you touch into. And it's a moment that when you grab hold of it, you don't know the outcome of it. You don't know the ending. I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands, but are you a person who likes to read the back of the book so you know how it turns out first? Periodically. Especially if it's serious, or especially if there's a lot of drama. And it's like a little part of me wants to go, oh, is this character still there at the end? You know, that, oh, you don't do that. Well, you can't always do that with a hunch or a gut feeling either, can you? So what happens for us is to not give up on ourselves. And it's easy in our society these days because everybody wants to blame everybody else. It's so often you will read things or you'll listen to perhaps some teachings or talk, and they may be very uplifting, and then there may be also other information that will challenge or make you wonder. There's a feeling that because somebody's wearing a melon-colored shirt, that they're not as balanced as you are because you're wearing a white one. Just a moment. So it's understanding that in our lives, most of us learn one-upmanship or superiority. And that is often a given. When you're a tiny person, you know that short little person? Well, you were there once, I'm sure of it. Unless you're sort of weird from some other place outside this galaxy, but I don't know that. Anyway, and the thing about that is, you learn to play tag where you were better. You were better at running, or you were better at getting hold of something, or even when you played kickball or t-ball or any of those things when you were really young. You learn to achieve that, and achieving isn't wrong. It's the fact that if you think that you have to be better, none of you would ever be me. And I am not any of you, and I know that. But it takes a long time not to think that somebody either shouldn't be like us or they should know us. How many times have you, with a parent or a child or a co-worker or a boss, thought somebody should know you? And often they might know parts of you. They might know small increments about you, but they're never going to know you 100%. They're not going to know you're upset. They're not going to know why you feel the way you feel. They're not going to necessarily know your likes and dislikes. They're not necessarily going to know your faith. They're not going to necessarily know your hopes. Hope is action. So when we take action about anything, we have more hope, and that's that sensing that I mentioned. When you want to do something and you take a small step toward it, sometimes the doors that open because of that small step are incredible. So when I opened that wrapper and it said, "Don't give up on you," I thought, you know, that's pretty profound for Hall's opera. And it's pretty wonderful, too, because of the fact that it allows people to think. If there's something that you've given up because you felt like you had to, if there's some place that you had wanted to go and didn't get to travel there because of other circumstances that developed, if there's something in life that you have wanted and that you have not been able to achieve at this point, does it mean that you never will? Not true. Does it mean you need it? Not true either, necessarily. And it doesn't mean a greater power will know what you need and what you don't. What happens is when you're following you, when you're paying attention to the inner guidance that you get in life, it will always be uniquely yours. The uniquely yours aspect of it is pretty grand because of the fact that there's nothing in this world that wants to punish you. There's nothing. We talk, what do you call, excuse me, I just wanted to double check a principle. You call the infinite intelligence. A lot of people don't know what that is and what that means. A lot of people think that it's something that rules them, and no. It's something that's within you from the moment that you're born until your last breath. And the beauty of it is, it's infinite. That's pretty big, isn't it? It's sort of bigger than a red box. Okay. So what's exciting is the fact that these times that we're in are challenging. These times that we're in when people are losing jobs, when groceries are more expensive than some people can adequately afford, when even purchasing a car can feel over the moon, or a house. And there's so many different things that all of us are exposed to, even if they aren't happening to us personally. You probably know somebody who's gone down and out. You might have known somebody who's on drugs or mind-altering substances, and they've hit what they call bottom. And hitting bottom is when there's no place else to go. And so sometimes hitting bottom is an incredible thing because we start to look around for something to hope. So faith isn't always connected to an action, but it is connected to hope. Because hope is the action. If you take an action, when I called in that phone booth, there was hope of some sort without having it defined. What have you done? What have you experienced? What's happening in your life? Many of you sit for meditation and what we call development of your mediumistic capability or your healing qualities. Those are exciting, and there's hope in them. There's hope that there's going to be more. There's hope that I'm going to help. There's hope, and there's hope. So what happens with GPS? Just thought I'd get your attention. Is that GPS gives everybody hope that they're going to arrive somewhere appropriately. And those of us who don't use it have an internal GPS quite often, if we use it. The other day, I was headed to Daytona. I was on the interstate, and the whole time I was going over to Daytona to get my hair cut, that the woman that cuts it I've known for 25 years. And all the way over there, I kept wondering if she had tried to call me to tell me not to come in. But since she hadn't, and since I don't keep my cell phone turned on, and that's for you to know too, is that I arrived at her small salon, and she had been in a serious auto accident. I'd had a feeling something was up. Did I define exactly what it was? Did I have to describe it in depth? No. So some of those types of intuitions that all of you get are sometimes just showing you something or giving you glimmers of information without filling in all of the details. And also, a really amazing thing about you, not giving up on you no matter what, is the fact that you have never really made a mistake. You've taken action, you've made choices, you've gone places, you've said words and later maybe wanted to change what you said. All of those things have happened to the majority of people in this room. And the amazing part of it is, all of those types of things show us partially what we don't want to continue or don't want to feel that we want to perpetuate or keep going and doing. So what happens is, every step you take, every choice you make is an opportunity for expansion, because that expansion is happening within you every day. It's happening with the air you breathe, it's happening with the places you go, it's happening in your thought processes. And the amazing thing is, the majority of you might have plans for 5 o'clock this afternoon, but you still don't know how exactly it will turn out. You still don't have it all as far as that predetermined or that information that is showing you something and that you have to get it exact. So be very gentle with yourself if there is a challenge. Be very conscientious if there is an issue, a situation, a job, a place, a change that you want to make. Be very gentle with yourself. That doesn't mean you stand back. That doesn't mean you don't move forward toward it. It means that you allow the fact that all the way there, you don't have all the answers, because there's still a bunch of them out in front of you. And those potentials are there now, and those potentials aren't going to leave you because of the fact of anything you've said or done. To me, the infinite doesn't punish. To me, the infinite is an opportunity to understand that that infinite is within you from the moment of your first breath. And in offering life, it will stay with you throughout this, all the breaths that you take. And the beauty of that is you access that fast. What I mean is it's already here, but you can access it by just focusing on it. Just a moment of focus. You sing a song, you focus. You talk to somebody, you focus. Maybe you use your GPS so you can be focused. That's a plan. So don't give up on yourself, and I mean that very sincerely. Because these times are the way they are. We don't know exactly how they will turn out. We have lots of people that have prophesied. We have a lot of people that are projecting. We have a lot of people who are telling us how something's going to result. We don't know for sure, do we? But what we do know for sure is right here. And what's right here is that infinite, and that infinite will not leave you. And that infinite doesn't punish you. And that infinite wants to create because it's very strongly connected to the very soul of you. And the soul only knows two emotions, joy and boredom. Have you ever noticed when your life gets kind of boring or same old, same old, same old, that something comes along and says, I don't think so. And sometimes those things that come along don't feel so good at the time. And yet the magic, the beauty, the opportunity that comes out of them can be amazing. So next time you need a Hall's cough drop, just saying, you might want to read the little words. They put them on the back of Splenda packages, too. And there are a lot of places that have wonderful little sayings. And when you read something, trust the fact within you